guys? This is Acidic Root, so we're gonna dive into part 5 of Beavis and Butthead, which is also the finale. So we're heading to the Guar concert, and this is the headliner, this is the main event, and this is what we came to see. So, especially Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
So, this is probably one of the hardest stages, of course. You want to steer clear of those yellow promoters just because, or yellow concert staff, just because, you know, if they get a hold of you, they can take over half your health. So, but really, it's kind of funny to see who's actually privy to being skilled enough to beat this game without cheats. So, you know, looking back at this game, I've actually owned this game for several years now, but I quickly realized that, you know, I actually bought this game before I had really indulged in the Beavis and Butthead show. Now, I had seen glimpses of it, and I had watched the Let's Play earlier, probably 2013, early 2014, I just, you know, I wasn't looking up the memes to this show back in the day, so, you know, me remembering that I don't have the fondest memories of Beavis and Butthead. It's not so much I didn't like them, I just almost thought, you know, maybe, I don't know, I mean, it was strange how I was more mature 4 years ago, more so than I am now, but, you know, the burps, the nose pickings, the farts, you know, just the crass humor that goes on, that was right up my alley. It probably would have made me laugh quite a bit, and it might have actually stemmed Acidic Root starting a couple years earlier if I had just fucked with them back then. I don't know what happened. I mean, I knew, and that's the thing, I knew who these guys were the whole time. I mean, it wasn't uncommon to me to say, oh, Beavis and Butthead, look at that, but I just kind of assumed, I don't know what went through my head if, you know, that would have happened, but, so, yeah, I did own this game, and it sat on my shelf for like a good year and a half. I did attempt to Let's Play this on my Acid Roots video game channel, but I deleted the videos, so that was back in like late 2014, and then I never touched the game again. I figured, well, you know, since the summer of 2016 when I watched Beavis and Butthead Do America and, you know, got into Nirvana and some of these other things, you know, I almost figured, you know, why the hell not, you know, mess with the game again. Because I know I needed more Beavis and Butthead videos. Really, the last time I think I mentioned them was probably about July of 2016 with the Frozen Burritos video. So, I knew I wanted to do more, but, you know, after August of that year, I just kind of tapered off. I wasn't in the mood. Had other things to worry about, but yeah, look at this. They will eat. I mean, it's a really kind of clumsy little mechanic there, just to have those promoters whoop your ass so easily. So yeah, that's the secret ending, which is kind of the normal ending. So I just put in the password, and, you know, just go to Game Facts if you want it. You know, obviously you can get the passwords for all 5 stages, which is a godsend, just because you know, if this were like Final Fight, and I had to play through all 5 stages just to beat the game, I probably wouldn't have done this game. I'm glad there was a password. But, you know, truthfully, I feel like the Sega Genesis version was probably the better one. And, you know, it had more content, more substance to it. So that was really what I was aiming for, was that. But this is just kind of like a Mario knockoff. I mean, the fact that you can play as Beavis and Butthead at once. These guys are basically like Mario and Luigi, just more perverted and, you know, crass. So, you know, it's just this classic player 1, player 2 atmosphere here.
Yeah.
But, you know, the Sega version had, you know, you can explore things and do more stuff and collect things and trade and that sort of thing. So, and I think it has more stages. I mean, they don't really mention hide nor hair of Beavis and Butthead's jobs at Burger World, which Burger World is in the Genesis game, and, you know, the junkyards in the Genesis game, and Turbo Malls in the Genesis game, and, you know, you can actually hang out in Beavis and Butthead's house in the Genesis game. So there is stuff to do. So I don't know. I mean, there are times, you know, so many times you think the Super Nintendo game is obviously the better version, but I think this is, I mean, really, the smart thing to do would be to own the Sega and the Super Nintendo. So, you know, so many folks, you know, when you were younger, you always thought, well, I'm either Sega or I'm Nintendo, but now it's just like, just buy them fucking both. It's kind of the same thing with the PlayStation 2 generation. You know, how many folks had a PS2, Xbox, GameCube, and even Dreamcast on top of that? But alright, so this is it. You know, really, you're gonna see the reason why there's still so much time left is because the credits go on. People do need their recognition, so. So that was inevitable to happen, but we are gonna see Guar, see what they look like Super Nintendo-ized. I would like to be Super Nintendo-ized. I'd like to see what acidic roots would look like. You know, I'd wear 3D glasses and probably wear something. I'd probably have like a black shirt on, something like that. These guys translate to it rather well. Should have been a Beavis and Butthead too. I mean, really, this one came out in '94 and the show lasted until '97. So. I forgot to meme in this. You know, I just scrapped a recording, but yeah, I should meme. I need TP for my bunghole. Are you threatening me? Bunghole. Bunghole. Bunghole.
Yeah, yeah.
That was cool. Alright, so yeah, you get the idea here. I mean, the funny thing about Beavis and Butthead is just the way that it doesn't really give you any solace. I mean, that's like a key feeling to the game, is even when you watch the movie Beavis and Butthead Do America, it's not like the movie gets off to a better point. It's not like, you know, the person gets the girl or goes to college or wins $1 million or, you know, whatever happens in, you know, general movies that show for a better experience. It's just like, well, we're gonna go watch TV and make fun of shit now, so okay. I mean, that's what happens in Do America. They're just like, you know, I think they end the movie by having themselves insult each other. Butthead calls Beavis an ass goblin, which, you know, that's a good word. And Beavis probably calls him like something. He calls him like a butthole, something like that. So, the movie ends with them walking into the sunset, just arguing. You get the idea, though. This game was not really that developed. I mean, so they go and see the concert. They sneak in. Everyone hated them the whole way through, and they're generally not better for wear than they were before. So it was just like, yeah, we went to a concert. We almost really got fucked over, but it was cool. So that's the mindset that you need to have taken in. So obviously this is not Super Mario World. There is no Princess Toadstool. There is no Princess Zelda, and there is no probably Banana Horde or anything like that for you to really find an agreeable moment to. But Mike Judge probably wishes you well, and Frenchie wishes you well. We all of us hope you enjoyed this playthrough. So fuck with it, watch it again, share some laughs, and watch my Beavis and Butthead vlogs that are in this playlist. So peace out.